everybody, it's Nikki from the Mouths of Mums Cook Club. How are you? I'm sorry I'm running a bit late tonight. I had to do a few pickups, but what I thought I would share with you tonight is a super simple pasta dish that you can literally throw together in 10 minutes. Now, one of my children has got a very lucky little friend, and she is on holidays in Greece at the moment for her winter holiday here, and it's summertime over there. So we are watching them on Facebook, and we are so jealous of all the delicious flavours that they're experiencing over there. So we thought that we would do a Greek-inspired quick little pasta dish tonight. So let's have a look at all the things. Now, literally, I promise you I did not go to the supermarket. This idea came into my head on the way home from work today, and I just thought about what I had. We've got some zucchini, we've got some green olives, we've got some shallots, some capers, a little bit of Spanish onion, some walnuts because I adore them, and some Greek yogurt. Now, this I adore too. It is a beautiful texture. It's from Jalna. I love those little pot set yogurts. Now we have got some exciting news. Later on this week we are going to be announcing a review where we get a whole pile of Mouths of Mums members to actually go and pick up some Jalna pot set yogurt from in-store and then tell us what they think of those. So I'm excited to let you know about that one. And then obviously lots of mint, some olive oil and some lemon juice. What I'm going to make to go with the pasta is a little bit of a crumb to put on the top. So come with me, Ems, and we'll go and have a look over here. So all I did was I literally got 2 crusts. Let me just turn him down a bit. He was getting a little bit warm. I literally had, on the weekend, I did a lamb on the barbecue. And there were 2 little chunks of lamb left. It was just a shoulder that was flattened out, and we threw that on the barbie. I literally had 2 little chunks left about that big. Now, if I slice that up, nobody in our family would get any decent amount of meat. So what I've done is I popped that in the food processor, and I've just blended that up so it looks like a bit of a crumb itself. So that's some roast lamb, and then that was literally 2 crusts from the end of an old loaf of bread. That was a nice multigrain bread, and I did that in the food processor as well to go into a rough little crumb. And then what I'm going to add for a little bit of extra flavour is some garlic, which we've got there. So all you're basically wanting to do is heat these through and just get your breadcrumbs nice and crispy. So what I'm going to do is throw that garlic in there. Now, I haven't got this on a high heat because we're aiming for just a quick little sizzle. There we go. I'll throw that lamb, I'll throw the lamb in first. We'll let that have a little bit of a sizzle. Now, I did do a little bit of a cheat just before I went to pick up Toby. I did actually boil our pasta, so that's been cooked. So all I will do for that is to heat that through just before we mix this all together. Now, the nice thing about a Tuesday night for me is that everybody comes in at different times. So I'm going to make this up now, and then as people come in and they are hungry, they can just grab a bowl full of this. So that's our lamb. I can smell that already. And then I'm literally going to throw that breadcrumb in on top and just give that a quick little toast. Now, if you didn't have any roast lamb and you still wanted to do this, if you love some anchovies, you could throw those through if you had a couple of little sardines. Now, that's a bit of an acquired taste, but if you did like that, you could do the same here. It doesn't need to be Greek flavours. You could do that with, here we go, I'll turn him up a little bit. You could do that with pretty much, if you had a little bit of chicken breast left, you could do this as well. But you're basically just aiming for a nice crispy crumb there. You could do it completely without meat if you wanted to. You could just do a bread. I actually did that a couple of weeks ago and just did a really nice tasty breadcrumb, and I actually added a whole lot of Parmesan cheese as well. So that is toasting nicely there. That was about a tablespoon of olive oil that I put in before I put in the garlic, which is going to help you obviously get your nice crispy crumb. There we go, that's toasting away really nicely there. Now, while that's doing that there, let's come over here, Ems, and come back this way. Here we go. So I'm actually, you can see there that I've already cooked that pasta. You could use any pasta. I did think I had spaghetti, but I had none left, so I'm just going to use this one here. A nice little pasta there. And all I'm going to do is just, if I can get my lovely little zip tap with our boiling water. So that comes straight out there boiling. Obviously, if you haven't got a zip tap, you could do, just pour a little bit more boiling water through. Oh, I just splashed that on myself. What I do too is once I'm running this boiling water through is I just put a few little frozen peas. I'm just going to throw those in. I don't bother boiling them or anything because I love them to stay beautiful and fresh and green. So then all I do there is stir them through. Just enough to heat them through. There we go, look at that. I love how that boiling water just zips out of that zip tap, just like that. And you know the other thing, look what I've just found. When I actually, if I want a really lemony flavour with my pasta when I'm cooking it, so I actually threw that lemon in when I was cooking it. So you can see that that's gone beautifully. Can you see that? That's gone beautifully soft. So I can actually squeeze all of that lemon pulp out, and that is going to be so beautifully flavoured for us with those lovely lemony flavours. So there we go, that's all through there. Let's pop him here. There we go, Ems. Thank you, darling girl. I'll put that there just for a second. I'll go and grab our crumb, which is doing all the right things and giving me all the right smells. There we go, look at that. That has toasted through amazingly. That is looking really good. Excuse me. So literally all we need to do now is throw it all together. I like to keep everything as fresh as possible. With these zucchinis, I've just actually grated them. If you have one of those little zhuzhi things that makes the zoodles, you could do that, but I've just run mine through the grater because I don't actually have one of those. So what I'm going to do is pop that in there. That is completely raw, that zucchini. So I'm just going to put that at the bottom there. There we go. Do you want to come over here, sweetie, and you can have a look there. Now, once I actually put that pasta on top, because it's still got a little bit of warmth, that is going to give me all the cooking that I need. Pop that big bowl over there. Here we go. So you can see that that's going to come through nicely through there. I like to keep everything as fresh as possible. It actually makes it look good too. So there we go. I'm going to just put all of that, mix him through. Oopsie. Little escape artist there. Rightio. Now, literally all you need to do, I'm just going to throw some of those shallots through. This is just for a little bit of crunch, a little bit more flavour. And I pretty much just put that Spanish onion in for a little bit of colour. Capers, if you don't like capers, don't put them in, but I actually love the flavour that that adds. And again, just toss that through there. And then, I know we've got a little bit of lemon juice, but I'm actually going to squeeze just a bit more lemon juice through there. I love these little lemons. There's no need to worry about any seeds. There we go, I'll squeeze that through. Little baby lemon. You can obviously add as much or as little lemon juice as you like, but I just love this combination.
And a great presenter.
Is it back on? Yeah. Okay, so you can see that this is all coming together beautifully here. And really, if all your kids had, or if any of you had tonight was a bowl of this, you are going to get some nice little veggies in there as well. Okay, so that is that one. Now we're going to put our crumb through. So you can see that that's gone beautifully toasty. Now remember, that's going to be quite hot, so my temptation is to pick that up and sprinkle it, but obviously I can't do that. So here we go, we're just going to put that around the top. There we go. Stir that through just a little bit. There we go. Tip him out there. Right. Now the other thing that I have chopped up here is I've done some finely chopped up walnuts, just because I love walnuts. So that's all looking a little bit brown, but all you need to do is bring that all through again. There we go. Now, if you had some black olives, pitted ones, you could throw them in whole. I didn't actually have any. That is looking, what do you think, Ems? Do you think that's looking good? Mm-hmm. Would you eat that? Mm-hmm. That's good, because this is all we're having. Dad's away, so that's a nice easy dinner for us.
Is he?
He's in Melbourne. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I just had some green olives, being super careful, obviously. I'm just going to go around. Excuse my nails, look at them. Goodness me, I certainly need to give them a little bit of attention later on at some point. Don't look too closely. That's a sign of a busy mum, isn't it? Hey? Somebody needs to sit down. I might need to do that in front of TV later on tonight. Spend a bit of time on those little nails. Rightio. So again, black would probably give you a tiny bit more colour, but again, I just wanted to throw some olives in because we were thinking all things Greek. Now, the other thing we're going to add once we serve this is a beautiful dollop of Greek yogurt on top. Now, I did this today. I actually had some of that leftover lamb. What else do I want to do there, Ems?
The yogurt.
The yogurt. There was something else I wanted to do. Oh, some mint. There we go. So here we go. A whole lot of fresh mint. If you've got this, you can literally, what I like to do here is grab off a whole lot of leaves all in one go. Pick, pick, pick. Now with those bigger leaves, all I'll do is put those together and literally tear them up. With your smaller leaves, so like these little baby ones here, you can literally just put them on the top like that. I love to spend just a few minutes. I always think if it looks good, it makes it, you know, just a little bit more fun. Maybe that's me. Maybe I'm just a frustrated chef. What do you think, Mo? Okay, there's some little whole ones there. Put those around. So there we go. That's our dish. We're going to put the yogurt on now. Absolutely. So you could mix your yogurt through, or what you could do is, hang on, what we need to do here. So I'm just going to put a little bit of olive oil, just as a little zhuzh, zhuzh, zhuzh. There we go, just like that. Actually, do you know what? I'm just going to put it on the top and then everybody can grab a little bit as they go. So I love these little pots. They are the perfect size. They are the perfect size for a meal of ours. So you can actually see that that's just that little baby one, just 200 grams. I love those because sometimes when I buy the massive one, we don't end up using it. So let's just make a little nest in the middle there for our yogurt. And all I'm going to do is this pot set just scoops out so happily. And we're just going to pop that in the middle there. Just like that. There we go. Now I love the yogurt because it just gives it that delicious tang. This is a really nice kind of firm yogurt too. And then all I'm going to do is a little drizzle of olive oil on the top there. A bit of salt. There we go. And some lovely pepper. I think we're just about, oh, we're totally out of pepper. There we go. We'll have to fill him up later, sweetheart. Rightio. So there we have it. Now, I'm not going to serve that up because I'm happy with the way that's looking and I want to take a photo so I can put that onto the website for you. But you can see that obviously once you plate that out, it will be delicious. It will be a meal in itself. I'm really happy with that. I hope you like the look of that. I will put the recipe onto the Mouths of Mums website. I'll put some photos up there as well. And then you can go and have a look at that later on. Thank you for joining us. I hope you enjoy that little quick pasta dish. It really is a super simple one. And I will look forward to seeing you in a couple of days on a Mum Cook Club Live. Lots of love. Bye-bye.